So you got your license, now what? You're nervous because you're all alone. Listen, you're not all alone. You don't have to be all alone. In fact, you know what? How about joining a real estate team? Should you? Pros and cons. Ready? Here they come. The pros of a real estate team. You don't want to work alone. You want other colleagues around you, supporting you, telling you can do it, encouraging you. Not just that, might feed you some leads. Now, what are leads? Leads are people who want to buy or sell property. Now, typically when it comes to a real estate team, there's what we call a rainmaker, somebody in charge of that team, the team leader of that team. We'll call it Rico's team, huh? Well, better yet, we'll call it Rico's group. Rico's group. And I get tons of leads every day, and I can't answer all my calls. We have people who want to buy and sell real estate, and they're contacting me to help them out, to provide them with the best real estate service possible, whether it be selling their property or helping them find their dream property to live in as a buyer. Now, I cannot possibly answer all these calls or help all these people alone. So with my team, I'm allowed to give each team member a lead, a client, a prospect. Now, I, as a team leader of my own group, will say, hey, you, team member on my team, here's a lead, here's a prospect, someone who wants to buy a property with our group. Take it, please. Show them property. Let's get them into a contract. Let's find them a house, man. Let's make it a good day for everybody. And you do that. I hand you the lead, you go out and show property, and you make an offer. And the offer gets accepted under the Rico group, under my team, and you're part of my team. Now, once the deal closes, since you did help the client, I'm gonna give you a nice piece of the pie. You see, you didn't have to go out there and prospect very hard. I handed a prospect to you. What a great benefit. What a great pro when it comes to joining a team. Not just that, I as the rainmaker have been in this business a mighty long time. So I will occasionally give classes to my team. How to negotiate, how to write offers, how to do open houses, the most effective way to advertise. All kinds of real estate terminology I'll be sharing with my real estate team, making you better. You've joined the team and you've learned so much. The Rainmaker has shown you so much. Your team members have supported you so much. But there will come a day. There will come a day where you're going to want to go out and do your own thing, where you're going to want to become independent. And the team will no longer be of any influence to you. And that's okay. So you can leave the team anytime you want. Not a big deal. But in the meantime, why not gather as much information as you can with your team? Now let's talk about the cons of a team, the negative of being on a team. Well, I'll say this. The biggest negative of being on a team is this. You also have to give a big piece of the pie when you bring something to the table. What the hell am I talking about? Ready? Here it goes. Nice and simple. Let me set the scenario. You're at a party. Not a big deal, a family party. And I don't know, one of your uncles comes up to you and says, hey, I hear you're in real estate now. Can you sell my big house down the street? And you say, well, sure I can. I got a real estate license. Hold on, pump the brakes. Anytime you have a listing or somebody who wants to buy a house, anytime you as an individual have a prospect, you got to take it back to the team. Remember that team that you joined? Yeah. So the team gets a big piece of the pie. Now, if you were on your own and not on a team, you would have got the whole enchilada. Now, another con is you're not creating your own brand. You're using the team's brand, the Rainmaker's brand. How about creating your own brand? You won't be allowed to when you're part of a team. You got to keep pushing the team brand. Don't you want to have your own brand one day? That's one of the cons. So bottom line is this, you can't create your own identity. And eventually you're going to want to do that. You want to put your own stamp on the world. Another con is you don't have as much freedom. You're running on somebody else's schedule, typically the Rainmaker's schedule, the team leader's schedule. They're depending on you to go out and show property. They're depending on you to go out and do these open houses. You may want to take the weekend off and the team needs you. You got to go out and do that open house this weekend. Man, less freedom than you thought. And didn't you get into this business for the freedom, for the flexibility? So it kind of backfires there when you're on a team, if you want true, honest freedom and flexibility. So at the end of the day is this. You got to weigh the ins and the outs. A team might be great for you. You might be great going solo. You know yourself. You know your own self-motivation. Figure it out. I trust you'll make the right decision. Whether you go solo or on a team, it's hugely important. Prospecting, prospecting, prospecting. Check this video out right here. You're going to get tons out of it. It's going to show you how to get your first client. We'll see you next week.